Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our entitled people. In today's episode, turn that Christmas music off, you heathen. Entitled relatives wanted to surprise son with borrowed cars. EB called me ridiculous after refusing a refund. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Turn that Christmas music off, you heathen. Hello everyone, this just happened and I'm still wondering how I get myself in these kinds of situations. I was sitting in my truck in the Walmart parking lot eating Lifesaver gummies and listening to Christmas music on my Bluetooth speaker. Now I know that there is some people that don't think Christmas music should be played until December, and I respect your opinion even if your opinion is wrong. As I was sitting in my truck windows down jamming out to Santa Claus is Coming to Town by the Jackson 5, my absolute favorite Christmas song, I hear a knock on my truck door. Now granted, I did have my speaker on full blast plus I was singing along, so if she said anything I did not hear a word she said. The following conversation happened. Cast. Me equals me. ACL equals anti-Christmas lady. ACL, why the hell are you listening to Christmas music in November? Me, only catching a few words due to the music. I'm sorry, I did not hear you, ma'am, can you repeat that? ACL, why are you listening to Christmas music in November, you heathen? Don't you respect Thanksgiving? Me, I'm sorry, if it was too loud I can turn it down for you. ACL, no. Turn it off, you heathen, it's November, it should be illegal to play Christmas music before December. Me, ma'am, this is my truck, if I want to play Christmas music in my truck on my speaker I can. Now please leave me alone and you have a great night. I then turn the music back on and start my truck. ACL, no, you turn that S*** off now, you're not leaving until you turn it off. This lady then runs behind my truck, put her hand on my back glass and stands there. What she didn't realize was there was no one in front of me, so I put the truck in drive and drive off. The crazy lady actually started chasing after my truck and shaking her fist at me. I stopped at a stop sign and turned onto another road. I looked in my rear view mirror to see the lady standing at the corner shaking her fist and screaming. I bet if I went back she'd still be there screaming. Should have done circles around the parking lot and watched her chase you. That is hysterical. I am personally not a fan of Christmas music before December, but for goodness sakes, you were in your vehicle playing your music. What in the world gave her the right to interrupt your private time in your private vehicle? Jeepers. LMAO, I was a heathen in church as a teenager. Middle of summer, on a hot Wednesday evening service, and they asked for requests for songs. I asked for a Christmas one. Can't remember which, as it's been 50 years or so now, but I got some stink eye from the ladies in the congregation. Preacher said that was a great idea as maybe it would help us feel a little cooler. Lol, so yes, we sang a Christmas song in the middle of summer. I only listened to Christmas music on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And I can't help but giggle at the Mariah Carey memes. That being said, I'm astounded how people think they have the right to tell others what they can listen to in their own vehicle or home. Entitled adults breed entitled little people, so this kind of thing is never ending. Entitled relatives wanted to surprise son with borrowed cars. So for background, I have a 2022 Ford F-150 Raptor with 3.5 LV6 making out 500 horsepower and 510 torque. Engine has modified cold air intake with loud muffler, paired to a 10-speed auto, fully blacked out. I work in trucking business, so it stays parked in my single garage for days, and I use my Camaro SS V8 with loud exhaust, sometimes. Single garage cannot be opened or locked if I don't enter the code. Jas, 25, keep my Raptor locked cause my parents cannot say no when lending stuff to people. One of their relatives' kid is moving back from another city, 200 miles away, after getting his bachelor's. He has a lot of stuff that they need to move back and need a truck. Their kid has seen my truck many times but never ride in it. This Raptor is pretty fast, stylish and sounds loud, so many friends love this truck. I hate these relatives cause they ruined my childhood and youth. Relatives used to run a trucking business back with my family, but they failed back in COVID, so they suffered big losses. They had to downgrade their lifestyle to send their son to college. These relatives thought since their son got his degree after 4 years, they should surprise him with a big party and invite all of his friends. They invited my parents but asked them if they didn't bring me along. They decided to surprise him by taking some sport cars to bring him home. Their families has 5-year-old Toyota or Honda mostly and cannot really find anyone that will let them borrow their sport cars. Suddenly, they remember that I have a Camaro SS and Raptor, which their son loves and dreams of. So they go ask my parents if they can borrow my Raptor and Camaro to surprise their son. My parents were hesitant to say yes cause in past, we had multiple issues about lending my cars. Last time they give my Mustang GT to some other relative's kid, they managed to mess around in racing and totaled my Mustang. Insurance covered my car with luck or whatever, but they could have refused to cover that time. So I bought the Camaro after that incident. My parents start bothering me about this matter and try to convince me to lend my car to them. Those relatives had the audacity to even ask if I can convince my friend Preet if they could borrow his Shelby GT500 and tow ride with my cars. So my parents bother me for a week to change my mind, but those relatives up to my house with their whole family and nephews and ask for the keys and the cars. I told them to fuck off cause no one riding my cars except me and get a large bus. We had a fight over cars being important than family, so they cut ties with us. My parents were feeling sad but got quick over this drama. Their kid was disappointed when they actually showed up in a rental Sprinter passenger van. My family was banned from the party in their house. They wanted payback, so they told this story to everyone that knew me or I was friends with, but in the end, it all backfired since everyone took my side. Everyone pointed out that the cars they wanted to borrow cost $150,000 combined plus were really fast and dangerous. They supported my family in past but don't expect me to support anyone for this reason. At first I was like, this dude is pretentious and braggy FFS, wow. But like, not matter what kind of car you have, no one should be driving it if they aren't covered by the insurance period. The fact they obviously can't afford to pay for damages makes it worse. The cars were modified to be fast, powerful, and loud that people love to check out. I call BS on this. 1. The Raptor makes 450 horsepower at exhaust and Kai will not give another 50 HP plus good try. EB called me ridiculous after refusing a refund. I work at a movie theater and today I was scheduled to be placed on the register for concession checkout. Around 7:30 p.m. this EB comes up from behind and tells me that some Christmas movie was supposed to be playing in Theater 6 but instead Godzilla was on. I look at my little timesheet that has what theater the movie is in, what movie it is, and when it starts/ends, and informed her that the Christmas movie that started at 6:50 p.m. was in Theater 5. She was mad that she missed the beginning of her movie and claimed her ticket, which was thrown away, said Theater 6, resulting in her asking for a refund. If you sat in an empty theater for 40 minutes, at what point do you stop and ask, when is my movie going to start? No, she can't get the refund because the movie she originally wanted to watch was already 30 minutes in, and we can't give out refunds if the movie is that far in. After I explained to her our policy, I redirected her to the box office where she could attempt to get a refund, and she told me with a snobby attitude, "You are ridiculous, you can't give me a refund because you sent me to the wrong theater. Like, girl, in just selling concession items, I don't know what to tell you, other than to look at the signs hanging from the ceiling that literally tell you what movie you're about to walk into." She stormed off to go bother the managers, saying something along the lines of, "This kid doesn't want to keep his job and I'm going to make them restart the movie from the start." Restart the movie from the start is some the cruise ship will wait for me if I'm late level of entitlement. I'd have said, no receipt, no refund. And as a parting shot, word for learn to read. People. Can't live with them, can't reproduce without them. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.